Hey guys, what is up? It's Laughing Death here, and today I'm doing an operator review and operator guide on Lion. It's going to cover the basics of Lion, the background, how to use him, and how to counter him, so stay tuned. Lion is a 2-speed, 2-armor attacker that came out in the new Operation Chimera. His counterpart operator is a new attacking operator. Both Lion and Finka are attacking operators, which is the first time this has happened in Rainbow Six DLC history. Lion's ability is the EE-1D drone that scans the enemy team, and if they move, they will display on your screen, similar to how a cav interrogation looks. Keeping this in mind, movement is necessary for the enemy team to be scanned. If they just sit still, then they're fine. It only happens if they move their feet. So as a defender, you can change your height by crouching, going prone or standing, and switching between any of those, as well as you can lean to side, zoom in on your scope, and fire. On top of this, as a defender, you can also deploy your gadgets, like Jaeger can put down his ADS as long as he doesn't move his feet after deploying it. You could also throw impact nades or anything of that sort. Without moving your feet, anything goes, you will not be scanned. This is an example of what it looks like on defense when you get exposed and how to know if you're going to be scanned. When Lion activates his drone, you'll see in the top middle of the screen, you have 3-second countdown before you can move. Once it's yellow, you are not able to move. And if you're tracked or you get exposed by Lion, you'll have a red text that appears in the top center of your screen to let you know that you've been tracked. It may not seem like it now, but there is actually a lot you can do as a defender to not get scanned by Lion. All you have to do is stay still, or if you have a mute on your team, staying within the mute jammer's radius means you can move around and it will disable the Lion's drone, as mute's jammer disables all electronics. This means if mute jammers are connected, the radius, you can move between mute jammers as long as you stay in the red circle radius of the mute jammer. One of the best strategies as Lion is waiting and saving at least one of your scans for when you're securing the objective, have already grabbed the hostage or planted the diffuser. This means right when you've secured or planted or grabbed the hostage, you deploy Lion's drone so that you can scan and get a live feed of the defenders as they're scrambling to get back to the objective. If the defenders stay still instead of getting scanned by the drone, they waste the time they need to get back to the objective. Now onto his layout. For the primary, you should definitely pick the V308. The marksman rifle is inconsistent, as so is the shotgun. You can use the shotgun if you're just messing around, but if you want to play competitively, I highly recommend you use the V308. Basically, the V308 is Mira's gun, and then Ubisoft was like, hey, you know what this needs? An ACOG. And then, on top of that, they gave it a 51 ammo mag. It's literally just asking for you to spray directly at everyone. And honestly, that's what you should do. If you know where someone is, there's no point in not just unleashing the whole 51 mag right into them. I knew they were right behind this bed, so I just unload the whole mag right into them, and it results in easy kills. Pairing Lion with other operators like Ying and Jackal makes him extremely dangerous and strong. If you use Jackal or Ying and track the operator, and also flash them, it makes them very vulnerable, and they'll most likely move to get away from Jackal and be activated by your Lion ability. Also, tracking them means that you have direct line of sight, so it's literally just a game of how many soft surfaces do I have to spray through before I can dome them. For the secondary, it's basically personal preference. However, I'll give you the advice of using the pistol as opposed to the Magnum revolver. That's my personal favorite. I just like using it more because the revolver has a higher recoil and it has a lower rate of fire, meaning if you use the pistol you can shoot faster, so if your accuracy is good, you can fire off more shots, and it's a one-shot kill if you hit in the head no matter what weapon you're using, so I would take the faster rate of fire with the pistol over the Magnum any day. However, for Lion, the secondary isn't too much of an issue, as honestly I almost never find myself needing to reload in the middle of a gunfight. If you just reload at regular paces throughout the round, you'll never find yourself in gunfights needing to switch over to your secondary. For Lion's secondary gadget, it's either claymores or flashes, and I normally switch it between what my team is carrying. It's very situational, and if your team isn't good at covering your back, and you don't know them, you're solo queuing, then I highly recommend you use a claymore just to watch your back for you. It's really good at countering roamers, as they either go through it and you get the kill, or when they shoot it to get around it, the shooting creates a sound so you know that they're trying to flank you. However, if you have a team that you can trust and you're not running a Ying, I highly recommend you run the flashes, as they work almost as well as Ying's ability and you're not wasting an operator picking Ying. Basically, the strategy when using the flashbangs is to throw them into the room as you're scanning to force them to either be blind or to run so that they don't get flashed. Then you scan right as you've thrown it, and they're going to either get exposed or you can vault or jump in to the objective and kill them easily as they're blind. Personally, I think Lion and Twitch are very similar. Both of them, you should only stick to the FAMAS or Lion's V308. The other primaries, like the ARs and shotguns, are only for messing around, they're not for competitive gameplay. If you think about it, the only difference between them is how their abilities function, with Twitch's shock drone and Lion's scanning. Both Twitch and Lion are very well-rounded and slightly overpowered, so Twitch is getting a nerf, and I believe that Lion might get a nerf as well, and many other people do. It also could be that defenders just don't know how to defend against Lion yet, so hopefully this guide helps you to get scanned a lot less and stay alive when you're defending against Lion. I have a review for how to use Twitch already. I'll put the link right here, so feel free to check that one out. Next week I'm going to be doing an operator review and guide similar to this one on how to use Finka, so stay tuned. I have one question for you guys. I'm playing Fortnite a lot more now, so I'm wondering if you guys would like to see a compilation or a highlight reel of some of my Fortnite. Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for the Finka video.